Ready. Play.
Let's look ahead to her quarterfinal. So we'll do a match preview of the Suzhou Open quarterfinal between Eala and Viktorija Golubic. Again, Eala going deep in one of these WTA 125s. Of course, she went deep, so deep that she won the title in Guadalajara in a 3-set final win over the Hungarian Panna Udvardi. She went deep at the 250 in Sao Paulo, and then she got on a plane and went to China and went deep last week, came to the semifinals in the WTA 125 event last week before going down also in 3 sets to Lulu Sun. And now she's in a quarterfinal. She's loving these hard courts in Asia. Well, and Guadalajara too. Okay, so next up for Eala will be a quarterfinal encounter with the Swiss number 6 seed, Viktorija Golubic. Of course, Eala is the number 4 seed. She has had 2 3-setters so far to reach this stage. Golubic had a much easier encounter today, winning for the sake of just 2 games she lost against Linda Fruhvirtova, and she also won her first round encounter against Masarova in straight sets. So Golubic has yet to drop a set in reaching this stage. The complete opposite, of course, for Eala, who's had 2 3-set epics now to reach this stage. So let's look into it. Let's go. Big quarterfinal in Suzhou with the young firebrand Eala taking on the crafty Swiss veteran Viktorija Golubic. Golubic as well herself involved in one of the longest matches of the year, just like Eala was today. So yeah, Golubic is, let's call it a grinder, I would suggest. So 2 very different games colliding on the hard court tomorrow, and the winner will take a huge step towards the title with a semi-final berth at stake. So let's break it all down. Form, tactics, key stats, and eventually my prediction. Let's go for it. Okay. So Eala, number 4 seed. Golubic, number 6 seed. Golubic dropped no sets en route to this quarterfinal spot. Eala has dropped 2 and spent a lot longer on court than her Swiss opponent. Eala's breakout results this season have put her in the spotlight very much, whilst Golubic will bring her consistency from the baseline and experience to this encounter. Keep an eye out for some big forehands from Eala, but big backhands too, and an aggressive return. Also, of course, she's had some memorable celebrations on court, particularly in North America, in Miami and the US. Will she be repeating that tomorrow in Suzhou? Well, she's 20 years old, is Alex. She's an aggressive baseline player with quick feet, excellent movement, particularly on the hard court. Loves to take the ball early, especially on the second serve. She's had a breakout stretch this year, of course, that has included a semifinal in Miami, Grand Slam qualifications as well, and also winning her first Grand Slam match against Clara Towson just last month in New York. She's also won a WTA 125 event in Guadalajara and has had deep runs at the 250 in Sao Paulo and last week at a WTA 125 event also in China. Of course, in Miami, she's beaten some top names this year, including that Clara Towson win in New York, but also beating Iga Swiatek, the world number 2 in Miami, en route to the semifinals before she went down to Jessica Pegula. Her strengths: Eala, do I need to remind you? Aggressiveness, forehand timing, fearlessness, a big heart as well. Vulnerabilities, a little bit of inexperience perhaps, maybe some tactical acumen, especially in lengthy rallies, but biggest and most of all, of course, has to be that second serve, which is so vulnerable, albeit in her quarterfinal match, she was broken just twice across those 3 sets. She is comfortable stepping inside the court and going for winners, and if she's striking clean, she can overwhelm almost anyone, and even the effervescent Viktorija Golubic. Talking of the Swiss, She's 32 years old, and as I said before, she's a classic WTA grinder. She does have good footwork, good variety, and the kind of experience that turns small momentum swings into match wins. Maybe she's not the flashiest, but she's steady and smart. She'll change pace and use angles and look to force errors rather than out-hit opponents. No doubt about that. She won't be out-hitting Alex Eala. Her strengths surely are her point construction, defense as well, and mental steadiness. Vulnerabilities, she can be pushed back by relentless depth, which Alex will look to exploit. Not the biggest serve either, so I don't think that's something Alex can be afraid of. And in fact, it's something that Alex can take advantage of potentially. There is a limited head-to-head issue between them. In fact, let's have a quick look to see if they have played each other before. I don't think they have, at least on the main tour. Nope, they've not played each other before. So this will be a little bit of an unknown territory for both players. Form-wise, Alex Eala has to be sky high right now. Golubic has been grinding some solid results, but will ultimately rely on her consistency and tactical nous. Okay. In terms of the baseline battle, Eala will want to take the ball early, but also keep that depth. She will step into the court and potentially shorten points with aggressive winners. If she can dictate, Golubic will be under pressure. Golubic, on the other hand, will try to neutralize by mixing depth and slice, which is something that she has, targeting Eala's backhand potentially, or moving her side to side to open up angles. I also think that's something Eala will have to do and didn't do it maybe often enough against Greek Minnen, albeit that Greek Minnen will hit a slightly bigger ball than Golubic. Regarding the serve and return dynamic, Eala is without a doubt a better returner than Golubic. She's also without a doubt a better returner than Greek Minnen, especially when she can step in on that second serve. Her aggression can break rhythm, and if Eala can keep her first serve percentage above 70%, that will give her an excellent chance to win the match. Golubic for sure will not be relying on her serve to win her the match, and for sure will not be relying on aces, but will try to keep her first serve percentage high. Perhaps she'll need to keep it even higher than Alex Eala to win the match. Start points off on the right foot and then construct the point off the second ball. Regarding the third ball and transition points, well, this will not necessarily be bad news for either player, as both players can certainly dictate points where and when, particularly Alex Eala. Her success will actually often hinge on this strong third ball. Golubic, however, will not be hitting the third ball that big and will extend rallies, no doubt, until maybe Eala will eventually err. Tactically for Golubic, she must survive the opening flurries and drag Eala into longer rallies. Eala must keep the aggression, but pick her spots, particularly on serve. Too many unforced errors, and Golubic is more than capable of crafting a win out. Break point opportunities. Well, Alex was 3 from 10 today. She'll expect and hope to be much better than that tomorrow if she is to win the match. Let's see. Winners to unforced errors ratio. Well, it's going to be Eala for sure that will be hitting more unforced errors. No doubt about that. But that's not going to be an issue. And that might not be the case in terms of dictating who wins. How does it look an Eala win? Fast start, decent first serve percentage, decent returns, and going for it when the opportunity arises. Maybe even coming to the net. How does Golubic win? Slow the pace, mix it up, frazzle Eala's brain if she possibly can, keep the rallies long, and hang in there. And if she gets a chance, take it. Okay. My call for this one. I think it could be another lengthy encounter. And again, just like I thought for the Greek Minnen match, the longer it goes, the more difficult it'll become for Eala. I think, again, Eala probably needs to get this done in straights. And if she's physically okay, I think she will do that. If she's not, Golubic for the win. But I'm just going to go for Eala in 2 tight sets. Okay. Thanks for joining me today. You know the drill in terms of hitting the like button and subscribing, but also give us a follow on Instagram at TalkingTennisTT, and also be sure to follow us on TikTok as well. Thanks for joining, and we'll speak to you soon. If you enjoyed this video, make sure you hit that like button. Don't forget to subscribe and click that notification bell so you don't miss out on all things tennis.